Greetings everyone, and Great here with another H-Powers 4 replay. Spawn top left side as the blue Byzantines who have Young Sung Bin. Spawn bottom right side as the Cyan English who have MaldeyHier. So we're not going to see some sort of man-at-arms rush. We have an early mill, so maybe I'm for an early wheelbarrow? Or maybe he's going to try to squeeze out some extra farms, that's probably it. Cistern set on up, which will of course affect the gold collection. When it comes to map generation, blue actually has quite a bit of small gold deposits over here. Gold deposit in the center between the two. Here, way over here, various deposits pretty close to each other, along with some gold. Looks like everything blue wants is pretty close by. When it comes to the trade post, we do have MaldeyHier here. This may be one of the few times where you can go with the Royal Hippodrome and get out some of the best MaldeyHiers in the game. It will get them briefly 10 damage per shot. Cyan, looks like Cyan's gear deposit spawn way over here, as well as way over here. Gold and berry spawn behind him, but it's English. I'm not even going to touch these berries. Grand winery now being flowed on out. When it comes to feudal age, the differences between the English farm economy and the Byzantine farm economy is not too entirely different. The mill does provide plus 20% gathering rate, while the Grand Winery and olive groves provide plus 20% drop off in the form of olive oil. So the olive groves do cost 60 wood rather than 37.5. They do, with the Grand Winery nearby, they can of course get much better drop off rates. Council Hall is being built. And we do have 4 villagers on stone for the English player, so he is going to eye for a secondary town center, I believe. Scout moving his way forward, gathering up some olive oil now. There is an archery range there. Got some of the aqueducts now going on up. Looks like we have multiple archers pushing way forward. Don't see a mercenary camp being employed on out, but he's going for a good amount of stones, so it looks like he's on an eye for a secondary town center himself as well. Longbowmen, of course, are superior to the archers. Archers and longbowmen will miss each other. The scout will not spot that longbowman either. Archers moving around, trying to move around here. There's a town center not being built here. The English town center does have 2 arrow attack rather than just 1. And the English villagers do have decent capabilities to defend themselves. They do have 5 damage, 5 tower range. Same as the archers here, but of course about 4 times or twice the decreased length of the attack speed. Longbowman does harass some of these villagers there. He got Wall just punched himself right there with some ailings, and he'll be hard to displace. And this town center will be built. Local doggo demands head pats. Said he gave him some sticks to the throat. And now we do have this town center going on up, which will be a good spot to now look like the olive oil, so also help provide some protection to get some more berries and gold here. Couple longbowmen there. Scout moving his way forward, trying to shank some of these archers. Let's get some hits there on those archers. Sign's gonna be outnumbered. These archers do offer 1 extra damage. Same health. Lower movement speed. 2 extra range. Both those longbowmen have gone down. The English is not replacing them at the moment. Things really exposed to those archers either way, so you can probably just ignore them. Going for a big round of farms here. And with him going for a secondary town center, we may see the White Tower rather than the King's Palace. We do now have some Keshiks now being poured on out from a mercenary camp as well. Longbowman does get some arrows there on that scout. Nothing too significant. But these Keshiks are now moving down over here. The Longbowman will get easily overwhelmed by those Keshiks. And also get overwhelmed by these archers as well. This archer can only take 2 hits. Or can't take 2 hits. That one does go down. That Longbowman does go down. And here comes the Keshiks. That longbowman will go down. We've got some exposed villagers here on the wood line. Let's expose now with these walls going on up. Now we do have the Golden Horn Tower, which will also provide some free Keshiks. King's Palace now being built as well, so he's going to go for a tertiary town center. On seeing these Keshiks, he may want to go for some crossbows from the Council Hall once he ages up. Golden Horn Tower and the King's Palace be built relatively close time to each other. There's 18 villages in the King's Palace. Does fire volley there with his archers, those villagers. Doesn't have textiles. And the town center arrows are now firing away. The primary town center does have 2 arrows. And so we'll do some decent damage to these Keshiks as well. Scout does take some hits there. That one Keshik does go down to the villager. So note there's some longbowmen here. This Keshik has 16 health, now 10 health. 4 health, and now 0 health. And now the King's Palace is built. We're probably going to see some crossbows being built. Immediately going for a monastery. He's going to try to claim some relics. The Grand Winery now pulled on the field. Relics can go ahead and be picked up with and deposited inside the Grand Winery for olive oil. And since the Grand Winery is a monastery, he can quickly build out the monks without needing building out a monastery. Scout down. Wolf getting some bites there. This wolf will get some bites onto the monk. Got a number of crossbows here with some longbowmen. They're starting to transition to mass crossbow production. Byzantine players also come for mass crossbow production because the chance of them fighting against mass man-at-arms against the English is very likely. Right now the English player does need more villagers on gold, however. Relic's not been picked on up. Science going to be playing the relic game. He does have another relic within his sphere of influence down here. Blue's going to be playing up this relic over here. Catch charges way forward. The longbowmen do throw some arrows there onto the crossbows. And the crossbows are here in small enough numbers for the Keshiks to simply overwhelm them. Looks like he will get overwhelmed in return, not for focus firing the Keshik. He's hitting the scout. More reinforcing crossbows. Now the Byzantine players are going to go for some Giloms. Giloms, of course, are a higher attack speed man-at-arms, a little bit lower damage, and much greater health. Man-at-arms in this age has, what, 150, 155 health? Giloms have 195 health. Do less damage, but basically 33% faster attack speed. Actually faster than that. Man-at-arms, we have attack speed of 1.375. Giloms looks like they have attack speed of 1.2, which is probably 1.25, perhaps. And their follow-up attacks are 50% faster, so their attack speed is probably closer to 50% faster on average. I do also have a charge attack for extra damage. I don't really put... It's a niche thing. It can be quite nice, but not really hard to calculate, honestly. With a pair of barracks and archer ranges. We also got some Varangian Guard now mixed on in as well. Still probably a good idea for the English player to produce more and more crossbows. Let's go for some Vanguard man-at-arms. Does the early man-at-arms research. Now do you have this wall 7 starting to go on down? Sacred site now captured. I guess this relic's already been picked on up. This monk may have been just... Oh, he's just rallying onto the sacred site there. All sacred sites will be captured by blue relatively shortly. And now there's a Berkshire castle for the English. He is deploying it in a pretty defensive location. Well, can protect his farms, no problem. Which of course will allow him to get the enclosures technology. So will he build that in time? Keshik's charging it forward. Good enough forces as well. Answers the Berkshire castle. And now playing the back line there. The Weingard Palace may be better at this point in time. The Weingard Footmen will give him anti-cavalry men-at-arms. The Weingard Rangers does give him some extra range along bowmen. Crossbows defending this area. Village trying to stay away from the Varangian Guard. Takes out those Varangian Guard there. Okay, here, just a couple of Eloms torching down some farms. Berkshire Castle is now being built. Sign does have lots of villagers in the opponent, but does of course have additional villager queue. So he will recover and come back out ahead. Berkshire Castle in the back line will provide and protect his farms. That's about it. At least stop most of the backline raids, that's for sure. We got the Ford Engineer Company. That will, of course, also give him some free, unique research. If we take a look at the mercenary camp, it will, of course, give them the improved Step Lancer research. Gilams, I don't think there's any special research associated with Gilams. Yeah, I don't think it provides boot camp. And the Tower Elephant will, of course, gain the crossbow. In which, that's actually pretty good. That is probably pretty effective versus the English, having super heavy crossbow elephants. And I don't think that classifies heavy either. Yep, in fact, Tower Elephant should be pretty effective with the Howdah research against the soon-to-be mass English man-at-arms. He's starting to gear up for the English man-at-arms mass production. We now the elite Varangian Guard research. Varangian Guard do have less health than men-at-arms in exchange for increased attack speed and more damage, as well as +1 melee armor, which is going to be lesser compared to the 2 melee armor of the English man-at-arms. The higher attack speed will let them be relatively comparable to English man-at-arms, to say the least.
Crossbows and non-manning.
These crossbows not being pursued. We're just going to see mass elite English man-at-arms right now. He is building more crossbows, but not going for elite crossbows at the moment. We got the elite mercenary contracts as well. And these crossbows will go on down. Varangian Guard and Gilams trying to help protect this gold deposit. Probably a good idea to build a keep in this region. He is going to take time for a cistern. This is not too far from the previous cistern. It is going to be still level 5. Level 6 or level 5 cistern provides 26 increased collection rate, as well as level 1 just providing +10. Each player is also pulling out some horsemen now, going to the veteran horseman research. Varangian Guard does go down. Each player does have quite a bit of gold reserve. Each player will still need to collect the gold on the map in order so he can maintain his gold funding. Enclosures is more of a supplementary gold income rather than a replacement. Persuade 4 does have the elite Gilams, going for elite army tactics right now for the Byzantine player. Crossbows do not have incendiary arrows, going for +1 range damage now. Does not have elite army tactics right now, the English players. Watch eye for that. As well as really maximize the armor. He sees all the Gilams. The Gilams specialize in high attack speeds. The extra armor of the English will be very useful. And looks like these crossbows will go down. We do have a French Royal Cannon now pulled on out as well for the Byzantine player. I still think the Howdah Tower Elephants will still be pretty good. Having 2 mounted crossbows with a good attack speed on a very durable platform seems pretty good to me. The Royal Cannon does have access to a bombard round, single round of high explosive, artillery shot. So I don't know how effective it is. Probably a good idea to load that up. Almost decides to catch it up by Blue. Blue has claimed 3 relics, and all of them are inside the Grand Winery, going to the Tithe Barns now. And it looks like these Gilams and Varangian Guard do find some of these villagers. He does not have teardrops shields to increase movement speed of his Varangian Guard. Horsemen moving around. Let's try and build up a defensive set of palisade walls. And looks like the horsemen will slip on by. We got a couple elite Keshiks now trying to intercept. They do have, of course, improved step lancers, so they do have pretty good attack speed. And got some Limtani engaged there as well. Artillery shot has not been utilized. Does get out a nest of bees. English man-at-arms push way forward. Don't see artillery shot ability just yet. SBs does fire around. Horsemen being engaged on Limtani. Take down that outpost. This one has a spring guard placement. It will go down. SBs firing away. They now look at the man-at-arms engaging the nest of bees. English players starting to fall back with crossbows, trying to keep his distance, and the man-at-arms should focus on that French cannon. The French cannon does go down. The men-at-arms are going to be quickly overwhelmed by these forces. Horsemen charging the way forward. Limtani do activate the shield wall. Men-at-arms are engaged. Horse trying to overrun, and now do got a tower elephant. Tower elephant does have 2 crossbows. Each one doing plus 17 damage. I think they are affected by incendiary as well. They do also have pretty good attack speed. It is classified as a ranged cavalry. If I don't see the word heavy, it does have 13 armor, so in theory these crossbows do quite minimal damage to the tower elephant. Additionally, it does have some various other improved health research as well. The elephant's starting to push the way forward. I want to keep see how much damage a tower elephant will take from a crossbow. But so far it hasn't taken any crossbow hits. Doesn't even know if this thing is classified as heavy or not. So I'm going to classify as invulnerable at the moment. Yeah. Getting some good damage there, take some hits. Elephants are now taking a couple of arrow hits there, taking about 5 damage per shot, looks like. The crossbows are not doing bonus damage to them. So they are not classified as heavy, they are classified as light. Or maybe neither. This elephant does need to fall back, taking some fire. Getting some monks to heal it up wouldn't be half bad. Limtani now push way forward. As well as some Keshiks. Now Blue's forces 22 versus 37. These tower elephants are definitely not being calculated in army values, so each one's worth 1,000, so and 2 here is definitely greater than 2,000. And we've got a 3rd tower elephant on the field and a 4th one on the way. Golden Horn Tower is currently providing another tower elephant soon. Horseman does go down. These horsemen trying to push way forward. There's a number of exposed villagers here in the wood line. The Byzantine players are going for some hand cannoneers, as well as more tower elephants. This opponent is going for a good number of horsemen, which they should do bonus damage to the tower elephant, but this opponent does have a good number of Limtani. Crossbows will not do bonus damage versus tower elephants, and the man-at-arms will receive bonus damage from the elephants. Definitely worth to build a monk there to heal up that tower elephant. Got good number of olive groves here. Maybe deleting this one olive grove here to build sound mill wouldn't be half bad. Another town center here, no traders. Horsemen do take some good damage from those mangonels. They're pretty stacked up, so the AoE effect is being very, very good. Most horsemen do go down to the mangonels. Now, so the sticker site will be saved. Elephants push forward, some hand cannoneers in reserve. So got the biology research, so only tower elephants do have even greater health. Some of these forces are taking some hits. At this point in time, the number of tower elephants in the field, maybe a good idea to go for the incendiary arrows. Outpost is prepared enough. It is upgraded of a bombard. Good hits are on these elite man-at-arms. Does take a bit of damage there. Power elephants coming for a drive-by, taking minimal damage from these crossbows due to their ridiculously high armor. 14 range armor at the moment. So crossbows are definitely not a good item in this situation. You do see a number of random guard here engaging the English man-at-arms, while hand cannoneers and more of random guards trying to pursue. That villager does go down there. Against some more of these villagers now. Trying to respond to these man-at-arms. Elephants need to keep their distance. They will see bonus damage from these horsemen. Magnetos who roll some misses there. Elephants taking some hits. A few times where the other H3 landmark would be useful to give them the flasks to get some health regen. As well as the Royal Hippodrome for the Triumph for more health regen. And cannoneers here seeing a bit of damage. Trebuchet's being just fine. You gotta keep being pulled up by blue. Villagers here didn't warrant 100% safe. He right now has a good number of hand cannoneers. He requires quite a bit of wood, needs more food and other resources. Because the player has a massive reserve of all resources for him, so. English man-at-arms pushing up over here. Trying to capture the sacred site. He has 2 minutes remaining. Blue's trying to intercept him. These walls do have increased health. Go break through the walls. Force them to make their way onto the point. Man-at-arms start cleaning up those Lumitani. He needs to keep at least one guy on there, which he is not. He's also decapturing this 6th site up here, throwing a whole bunch of men, dogpiling on. He will take a large amount of damage. He may be successful. The 6th site now being decaptured, and all of his forces are being overran. Elephants taking some hits, but they are going to be fine for the most part. The one may actually go down. One does go down. The 6th site will be fine. We've got more units stocked on this point, including some villagers who's trying to shank some units. The keep's just going to be just fine. We upgraded, has been upgraded spring golds and mangonels, I should say. We've got 2 mangonels and a bombard here. Upgrading the bombard now. Does not have bowling oil. Villager's still on top of the point. The 6th site victory is paused while he's on top of this point. But it's actually starting to decapture and starting to count down continually. Apparently the stall effect does not get applied if it's being contested. It does he capture the point right there. Zion has to save off the 6% victory, so got a good number of horsemen and man-at-arms here. That's going to take a large amount of AoE damage. Got some hand cannoneers as well as, of course, tower elephants engaging away. We got these tower elephants and more hand cannoneers pushing up here. Rolling oil still being researched. Taking massive amounts of AoE. These players running low on all resources still. These forces are taking too much damage, getting splashed down by all the various sources. Elephants starting to get hit in melee by the horsemen and some spearmen. Hardened spearmen, not even veteran spearmen. Now over on some of these mangonels there. More crossbows being pushed on forward. Crossbows at this point in time are not going to be very good because they don't do bonus damage to tower elephants. This opponent's not going for much heavy. Very limited number of palace guards, so hand cannoneers are archer and longbow will probably be better. So both will be, though longbow will also be not very effective versus tower elephants. I don't think he has incendiary arrows either, so he doesn't get any extra damage. Elite crossbows are not very useful at the moment, to say the least. We got a English bombard now up on the field. But now we're seeing quite a bit of fire there. Elephants taking some damage, they're a little bit wounded, need some monks to heal them up. All 6 sides being recaptured once again by blue. English tries to fall back, trying to get big groups of force there. Got some Lumitani hitting some of the English villagers. The Magnol hits there, but one Magnol does go down to the bombards. Tower elephant does go down. We got more tower elephants in the queue. There's plenty of olive oil for more tower elephants. The player only has a limited number of man-at-arms, going for more crossbows. Force them push way forward, trying to overrun these hand cannoneers. Got these forces now trying to make their way down south, trying to hit more the farming economy of the English. These players are solely on farm economy and some villages, some wood. This gold income is not that great, but neither is a Byzantine player. Most of the gold in the map has been claimed. Blue's now trying to claim some more gold in the map. Actually, still plenty of gold in the map. I want to see more look at it. I'm kind of hitting some of these other villagers. Over on these farms will deny both food and gold to the English player, which he does need both. Lightweight beams, level 3 melee, and some arrow systems now being researched by blue. And Cyan does back the game now. This and Great saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.